Hey everyone, this is GeoWill from Productions², and we're here today to begin our Prison Architect walkthrough, or Let's Play, or whatever, what have you. The game is still very much an alpha, and in fact, it's kind of insane where the game is at right now. And there's not even still a main menu. That's the state of the game right now. There's still no main menu that you start with. There's only this pause menu. Alright, these guys made Uplink and Darwinian, huh? I haven't played this. I haven't played DEF CON yet. I remember playing Uplink back in 1997, or was it 98? Somewhere in there. It's a pretty interesting game. So, Prison Architect is a game where you essentially get to, essentially be a prison creator and manager, if you will. You have to build the prison and staff it, and keep the prisoners in line and deal with breakout attempts, murders, and contraband and weapons and all kinds of stuff. Being as it is an alpha game, there are, as far as I know anyway, there are quite a few things that are wrong with the game as it stands now. Lots of bugs. I haven't played this very much yet in the newer version. I think the last version I played was sometime from 2012, I think. So it's been pretty long time since I have done anything with Prison Architecture. I think it was late 2013 or something. I can't exactly remember. But it was very much older than this one was. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go with the introduction because I'll mention about that after the sentence. Here and there because I'm actually also compressing some other footage I did that I've seen Void's quality levels below. I want to try and get that out there so I can use more space to clear up other stuff. All of a sudden I'm ringing a couple times. So that's our first task, is to build the execution facility and then also add a door to it. So this is essentially the tutorial for the game. It's pretty short and to the point. It explains a lot of stuff that you have to do, not all of it, but a lot, without having to have you start from the very beginning. So it's kind of an interesting take on the Um, the way that I had placed that was you had to drag and drop while holding the left mouse button. I should mention that it is possible to really screw up on these. I think I'm showing you an example. No, I guess we have to add the door first. In order for one of these areas to become an actual structure, you have to add a door into it, an exit. So it will not fully finish until there is an exit. So just so that you know that. So again, zoom in is mouse down, or mouse wheel up, mouse wheel down is zoom out. You can use the ASD keys or the mouse along the border edge. So inside the building, jail cell and execution room. Now this is very important because in order to put things in buildings, you have to have you know, your rooms, in order to become certain types of rooms, have to have a specific kind of meet specific requirements. Like for example, up here, these can't become rooms because they're not enclosed. Actually, yes, they are. That's interesting. Not sure what's up with that. Well, we'll see later, I guess. So, in order to make a cell, I guess I'll do the walls first. So they're going to bring the brick over and start working on the walls. You can use the buttons over here to speed up or slow down time. So we're going to speed it up a bit. So back to jail doors again. And those will close off those areas, and then we can apply the room. I don't know what you would call that. The room designations, I guess. To borrow a term from Memoria. Alright. Yeah, designate rooms. So as you can see, room requirements, minimum size is 2 by 3, enclosed, surrounded by doors and walls. Indoors has to have a bed and a toilet. So that's for the cell. For the execution room, you have to have indoors and have an electric chair. There's no size requirements. So you're going to get on to objects, and then you can find all your stuff here. So, beds. And then the electric chair. And our guys will get all that stuff and start building it. Our workers. In the cases when you buy things, you'll have to wait for them to come in by truck. a bunch of puke everywhere or something. Jeez. Was this some kind of weed? Yeah, they got visited by a couple of those exorcist chicks. Just barfed everywhere or something. Now, how strange would that be? Carrying a cracker across the prison yard. So, get the toilet, and then for the electric chair. Don't want to go on about utilities and things like that. Now that's a story-based thing there. There's no way. I don't think there's any way to actually do that with from inside of the game itself. I really, it's not going to go into the. That's interesting. Huh. Probably what you have to do is actually make, extend out utility lines to your things you just built. So let's see, objects. And then some light. Not sure what those are for. Those percentages. Looks strange. Alright, and I guess we can. Oops, we get to miss something. Materials. Tiles. Crap. Might as well replace all the tile there. So, now we are ready. There's no door in that one. Ah, here we go. So, utilities, then electrical cable. And you just click and drop like with the other stuff. I try to run it through the walls, but at the same time, normally, but at the same time, that also can cause problems on certain areas. Like if you have a four-way meeting point, I'm trying to find one here, or you have walls meeting in a four-way junction like this, because your guys won't be able to get to the center position here, your workers, and so it'll be stuck without. If this is near like up here somewhere where this would take it down from the main power thing to power up the whole thing here, anywhere beyond a certain point past this point would not get any power at all because you couldn't do that last little square. So it's important to try and build out the power in a way that's not going to have that happen. But like I said, I like to build the power lines through the walls instead of running them underneath the ground, just anywhere and everywhere. Run them through the walls. That'll make it a little bit more aesthetically clean. So there we go. Now we have to hook it up down here. Watch what happens when we do this though. But yeah, watch what happens when that does finally get connected. Also try to utility so you can see it more clearly what'll happen. This is all part of the tutorial. I remember this happening, so it's just one of the many things you have to worry about when you're working on expanding your expanding your prisons with your level of used resources. Still got a few to go yet. But when it happens, it'll be obvious when it happens, so. I guess it did it while on the, as you can see, essentially trip power station breaker and essentially shuts down everything that needs power because they're drawing too much power than what the generator can produce. So we're gonna have to add more batteries around it, or capacitors around the generator. So You don't really have to be in utilities mode. Alright, so we got the power back on. Now we need to add more capacitors. And those will be brought by truck and then installed. I'll be able to light it up, so to speak. Well, I'm not even sure what the hell this is for. These little bits here. I guess they're just there for decoration. Well, sometime the capacitors will get here. Jeez. Oh, there we go. Now they're installing it. That's going to go back up to 2 here. So as you can see, when they install the capacitors, you get more bars here. Essentially, it's, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, it's you get 1 bar per capacitor, and also have 1 bar initially from the power station itself. So now let's go and test up the chair.